I'm in the corner watching you kiss her. I'm just dancing on my own. So, Christian here from Wit and Wisdom from the Midnight Rider. It is 5:20 in the morning, and worked my day job and started driving about 10, so I think it's about time to be done. Just took a nice young man to the airport, going to do some training for his new job. Just moved here about a week ago. I wish him luck. I want to talk about a couple things. Not sure if that was loud, so I'll roll that window up. But first of all, happy Pride Month. Yeah, no discrimination against anybody, not in this car, not in my family, not with my friends. I won't allow it. You have the right to be miserable with whoever you date. Hilarious. Anyway, I want you to know something. And I talked about this the other day about addresses, and I wished I would have been smarter with that last time instead of driving for 50 minutes to pick up somebody that was really only a few minutes away, and then it only needed to go a few minutes. Wasted an hour of my time, which costs us drivers money if we're searching around trying to find you. But you know, we can do this thing where we literally say we're there to pick you up, and then when you don't show up, we can hit rider didn't show, and it charges you $5. Now, I don't do that every time if it was a legit mistake, and if you're nice about it, because I'll call you and find out where you're at. But tonight I was out near, if you're familiar with these places, Choo Choo's, Bogies, West, and Addie's are all right there. CVS Pharmacy. I'm sure there's other stuff in there, but it's where it told me to go. I pulled over. I was at the address. Obviously, all these bars and stuff are closed because it's like 4 o'clock in the morning. And I thought maybe it was somebody that worked there at first, but I called him and told him where I was, and he goes, "No, that's not right." And I said, "Well, look at what your app says, because this is where I'm at, and this is where it's telling me to go pick you up." Neither one of those places are where he was. In fact, he was at that wholesome establishment down by the airport with a minty African animal. Yeah, it's funny. And he literally started cussing me and screaming at me because I wasn't where he needed to be. And I said, "Dude, I am where the app told me to go, which is the address that you told it to go." Now, I'm not sure if he was there earlier in that evening and it was using the address he was at, because I'm certain the address I was supposed to go to after I picked him up was probably his house. It was late. So, but since he wasn't polite, wasn't kind, wasn't appreciative of me being in the wrong place, because I drove a little ways to get there, I would have to driven a lot further to go to where he actually was. But I sat there until the countdown of 5 minutes and hit passenger didn't show. Boom, $5 for my ride that I didn't even give, but it was time out of driving somebody else and actually making money. But here's a tip for you. If you're at fault, or honestly, even if you aren't, but if you aren't, then something's wrong with the Uber app or whatever, because we go right to the address turn by turn that you give us. Not mentioning any apartment complexes where I've discussed in the past that you could be supposed to be on the other side of a garage that you can't get to without going a mile outside of the building and all the way around, whatever that is. I've talked about that before. But if you put in the wrong address because it has an address saved, or it was the address that you were at prior to going to the Peppermint Elephant, then that's your fault. And if you were nice and you said, "I'm so sorry, man. If you wouldn't mind coming to get me, there's not a lot of drivers out now, and I'll wait for you. It's my fault," I wouldn't have charged you. I just would have drove down and actually picked you up. But instead, you got charged $5 and you didn't get a ride. Moral of the story: change your address in the app. And number 2, just be nice. Be appreciative. Say thank you. Say please. This has been Wit and Wisdom from the Midnight Rider. And my name is Christian. I'm going to bed. Good night.